Good morning, guys, and welcome to my first Living Alone Diaries in Toronto. For those of you that are new here, I'm Jen, and I'm a 25-year-old living in Toronto, and welcome to a day in my life. I had to film some content for social media this morning, so this is me making a smoothie. I will say, living alone really teaches you a lot about yourself and forces you to spend so much time with your own thoughts. I've honestly had a pretty tough year. There's been lots of highs, but also lots of lows. And I'm super thankful for how this year has gone and just all the growth that has happened. But just a reminder that if you ever feel alone or lonely or lost or just confused with what you're doing with your life, you are definitely not alone. I was reflecting with my friends the other day, and we were talking about how when we were in school, all we wanted was to be where our lives were at now. And now that we have that, we're all kind of at the point where we're kind of lost again, or just trying to figure out what's next for us. And I think it's so easy to have so much pressure be put on you guys, or just so much pressure on ourselves as young adults to just know what we want to do with our lives. And every single time you go to a job interview, they'll ask you, where do you see yourselves in the next 5 years? And that question is definitely related to your career, but what if you're in a spot where you don't know what you want and you're open to going with the flow and just learning and doing what makes you feel inspired and makes you feel energized? I think it's so tough sometimes living in Toronto because it's such a big city and everyone's always doing things. And with spring and summer coming up, I know it's going to be such a fun time in the city, but at the same time, I feel like sometimes it can be a lot. And I guess winter and fall can be a nice time of rest and just re-energizing yourself, even though the weather can be kind of depressing. I'm definitely very excited for spring weather, but I don't know, I feel like we're always in such a rush, and sometimes it's nice to just live in the present moment. This morning I just had to finish some little content planning that I had to do for a collab that I'm doing for a content creation gig I'm working on. And then I also am planning another shoot for some content that I need to create for my Instagram and TikTok. I'm making my lunch right now. I'm literally just microwaving some vegetables, and I have some chicken that I cooked last night. And then I'm going to quickly just call my boyfriend, and then I'm going to get back to work, probably study some real estate. I have a quick chat with some HR girl for a potential job, but yeah, I'm gonna be just doing a lot of admin work and hoping to shoot some content. If I don't get to it today, then I'm gonna dedicate another day this week to be a full-on content day because I have some looks that I need to shoot. I actually ended up shooting some content. I shot this girly look. I was filming a reel for Scentbird. I'm working on a continued partnership with them because I've had such a great experience, and I also love getting new scents. My fragrance collection has definitely grown a lot because of Scentbird, and I'm obsessed. Okay, so I had a super productive afternoon. I ended up shooting one of my collabs, which took me a couple hours actually, surprisingly. Anyways, I stopped by the grocery because Vincent's coming over tonight and this is just for me, but I wanted pasta,
we're gonna make Indian food. I'm making butter chicken and garlic naan, so I got some garlic naan, some chicken breast, and some broccoli. I'm gonna bake some broccoli probably. And then I just got some other groceries that I needed. And I thought it'd be cute if we did a little paint night, so I actually got some canvases for us to paint from the dollar store. I love doing paint nights. I feel like they're so therapeutic. I got a little painter's thing because I also want to film a little video, of course. And then I got a little acrylic kit. I have some paint supplies, but I just thought I would stock up on some colors. I don't know what I want to paint yet, but maybe something spring themed.
The dinner was really good. I ended up not filming anything else tonight. We just had a cozy night in, had some dinner. We didn't end up painting. We're saving that for another day because after all the dishes, we were exhausted, and then we just watched this Korean drama that we started. It's called Our Beloved Summer, and it's pretty cute. But yeah, next up is day 2.
So I just got ready for the helicopter, and I just decided to wear a white knit turtleneck and then this leather jacket and some jeans because Toronto's still chilly, and I was debating wearing like a fun and cute extra outfit for the helicopter, but I'm like, this is like what I would realistically wear that I still think could be a vibe. Oh, and then I think I'm also going to add some sunnies. I totally forgot about my sunnies, so it's a good thing I filmed this. I don't know if this is the vibe, but thinking wearing these. I feel like this could be a vibe with my helicopter headphone thingies. I have no idea, but I'm gonna try to pack a little purse that I can bring because I want to also vlog there. And I'm trying to make a couple like TikToks just to do like a day in the life. Okay, so I just ran out of storage, but I'm really excited. I'm really thankful that I can have these kinds of opportunities. Thanks. Shout out to Pam for taking me as her guest. It's sponsored by Longlines, the watch brand, I think. I don't know why I'm still wearing these indoors, but yeah, like I think I've been feeling a lot better about my life and my trajectory. I still have no idea what my destination is, but I'm enjoying the journey. And that has been like one of my biggest things lately, is just like enjoying the moment, being in the present, and not like stressing too much about the future, because I feel like that gets me into like a bad headspace because I'm so focused on like the uncertainty of the future, and like that's never good because I just end up crying and like sitting and sulking. So I'm really glad I can like actually fill my days with meaningful work, no matter where I'm going. But yeah, guys, I just got a package from our place, and I actually bought They're Always pan for my mom a couple of years ago for Christmas, so I'm really excited to open this because I never imagined that I would get sent stuff from them. So it comes with this little, my issue is going to be storage, but it's actually white, so I actually am really excited to store this. Okay, this gorgeous little oven pan. They're all glass, so nice. Has a little guide with everything I need to know. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm so excited for this. A little bread pan. This does not fit. That would be nice if it did fit in there. And then I think there's an oven tray at the bottom. Wow, guys. Oh my gosh. I've been wanting a new oven tray that's white, so I'm really excited for this one. So that is what I have. It even comes with this little mat, I believe, that you can put on the bottom of the oven. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I love her. She's so cute. That is freaking so cute. Okay, love. I'm working with browns on collab for some shoes. Some loafers. Okay, super cute. Make sure they.
If you're still watching this, then thanks for watching my first Living Alone Diaries in Toronto. I honestly had such a great time making this, even though I was just going on about my normal things that I would do in my day. This is also somehow therapeutic, talking to this mic right now. It feels like I'm talking to a friend, truly. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And just remember how loved you are and that you got this, because I don't know who out there is having a tough time or feeling lost, but I just feel like spreading the good vibes. So if you want to follow along for any of my future vlogs, then make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.